Convivial atmosphere in the council chambers. Cabinet ministers are meeting today before a valedictory session next week. The president, who has been away on an extended trip in the UK due to a medical condition, chairs the session. The cabinet considered 32 memoranda. Among them was the expansion and development of maritime infrastructure aimed at facilitating trade and creating more employment opportunities. Projects such as the Snake Island Seaport in Lagos State, the Burutu Seaport in Delta State, and the multipurpose port in Ondo State received the green light. These developments will be executed through public-private partnership initiatives.
The concession period is 40 years, unlike Snake Island, which is 45 years. This is 40 years. The total projected revenue to the concessionaire, the FG, and the ICRC. Concessionaire is expected to have a revenue of 125 billion US dollars. The concessionaire, 125 billion US dollars for the 40-year period. The federal government is expected to get a revenue of 9 billion US dollars from it for spending nothing. And the ICRC is expected to rake in a revenue of 627 million USD as well. The total investment capital is 1,285,005,818.40 dollars USD. Yes, that's the The Ondo, the total investment capital of 1 billion, Ondo Port, 1 billion 480 million 465,253 dollars only, to be fully financed by the private investors. Concession period is 50 years, and the expected revenue, 59 billion will go to the private investors, USD, 2.63 billion will go to the federal government, and the ICRC will rake in expectedly a sum of 295 million US dollars.
The council also emphasizes the importance of improving the morale of officers and men in the police force. In line with this objective, the renovation of the police barracks in Lagos was approved.
The GENCOs have had problems with gas. We just negotiated with the gas supply companies, NNPC Limited, to augment gas supplies to distributors at the going local rate. They were sold to them at export rate. Gas was sold at export rate, whose price differs from, and collection is made on domestic rates. So there was a differential and the argument. However, we've had an agreement with the NNPC and Nigerian Gas Company to supply gas to the GENCOs commencing from last week, so that we can have, and they're buying at the local price, not at the export price.
Power supply issues remain a concern across the country. The minister attributes recent blackouts to gas supply problems for generating companies, while the ministry received an allocation of 1.5 billion naira to revamp and restore power supply within the agro-based area in Kwara State.
One of the measures being taken by the federal government to ensure that the morale of the police in particular is improved so that we can get better service from them. This contract is at the sum of 15 billion naira.
The Ministry of Works and Housing presented several memos, including the award of contracts for the construction of federal secretariats in 5 states, costing over 36 billion naira. Adding to the list of developments, the government is set to resume on-street parking in the nation's capital, Abuja, after being declared illegal by the courts several years ago. This move is expected to streamline parking management in Abuja. Adesua Omoran, Arise News.